Hey everybody, Jim Powers with MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision as we catch up with our coaches this week. And joining us is our women's basketball coach, Collin Lanam. And Collin, last week, a 1-1 week, go down to Southern, and they're a really, really good team. They're nationally ranked, but a great victory on Saturday against a very good UND team.
Yeah, UND's got one of the best scorers in the conference, in Martha Burst, and she showed it. She's a really good player. I thought we did a really good job of sticking to our game plan. We had some things that we wanted them to do, and they did what we wanted to. Third quarter did a really good job of being aggressive, got to the free throw line and cut a 12-point lead down to 1 going into the fourth quarter, and really just kind of rode that momentum and took control and finished the game out strong.
Yeah, and a win like that on the road over at UND is very important with the last 5-game stretch coming up. Once again, we talk about our bench players really coming in, doing some great things, and also our starters. Mary Barton really, once again, just continuing just a steady, even kill pace for the women so far. Yeah,
Mary's had some games where she's been really confident in herself and others where she's just been solid, and this was a game where she wanted the ball in her hands late. She did a really good job. Kayla Stewart was also extremely aggressive for us in the second half, and I think those two did a really good job. We didn't go very deep into the game, but we had contributions from everybody. I think the pace of play was a lot slower than we had expected, so we were able to string out some longer minutes and just got a lot of production from everybody.
And that also played in the hand, keeping Adrian on the court a little bit longer, Abby Monis on the court a little bit longer, building up their minutes, still coming off those injuries from earlier this year.
Yeah, Adrian's, inserted herself in the starting lineup, and it's something that she's earned. She's done a really good job. She's, Southern Indiana wasn't her greatest game. We got some good looks, and she just wasn't able to finish them. And then she came back on Saturday and made those same baskets. So, we're really excited with what Adrian can do, when she's on balance and takes good shots. And I think she's got a really bright future for us.
Doesn't get any easier this week, does it? Lewis and Drury. Drury nationally ranked. Lewis, probably the best player in the GLVC. What are some of the things that you've seen on film against Lewis that we're going to have to stop, other than the name Kelleher?
Yeah, Jess is a really good player. She's no matter what you do, she's going to get her points. She's just that good. Watching back from film from last year, she had a career game against us, and she took a ton of tough shots, and she just made them. So she's a really good player. We've got to keep it to where she's the only one producing at a high volume. It's games where that second and third player come in and have great games that can really hurt you. Now, they've got a great team. They've got a lot of different weapons, and so it's going to take a total team effort. We got to make them – we have to make their weaknesses be prevalent, and they have to be good at those things to beat us. That's our game plan. Can't let the role players step up and be stars. They can't have career games against us. And then we have to come out and do our thing. Offensively, we've got to come out. We've got to knock shots down. We have to operate efficiently and with confidence, and we've got a good shot against them.
And Drury, obviously, we know what we need to do against them. They just got the inside-outside game, and you got to keep Harmon in check out on front.
Yeah, their guard play is really good. I haven't spent a ton of time watching them. I know, they're going to press for 40 minutes, run and jump. When we get the ball in the half court, we're a pretty good team against them. Historically, the 2 games we played against them last year, we were really good in the half court, shot it efficiently. We just have to take care of the ball and minimize our turnovers, which, this year has been good. We've been top 5 in the country for most of the year and fewest turnovers. So we're doing those things. We just can't let that pressure change up how we play.
Awesome stuff, Collin. Thanks so much, and we'll talk to you next week.
Thanks a lot.
Collin Lanam joins us. So Lewis comes to town on Thursday night. It's also Noodles and Company night out, one of our brand new partners here at Maryville, so we want to get everybody here. And then on Saturday afternoon, Drury comes to town. We'll have all the games for you on Saints Vision starting Thursday at 5:25 as the women will take on Lewis. If you can't watch it online, follow us on Twitter at Maryville Saints. For Coach, I'm Jim Powers. Thanks so much for tuning in to MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision. Have a great week, and as always, go Saints.